Hey, how's it going guys? Matt here for the Toasty Bros and I'm here to bring you another video. In this video we're going to be taking another look at the NVIDIA GT 1030. If you haven't seen the original review of the graphics card, be sure to hit the eye on the top right corner and check that video out first. But today what we're going to be doing is testing this in an older system, taking advantage of its low profile and no additional power consumption required other than the PCI slot, and throwing it in a system with a Core 2 quad, which was actually from the $100 PC build challenge that I did with a couple other YouTubers a few months back. So what we're going to do is slap this thing together and test a couple esports titles, Rocket League and CSGO. I would test more games, but this system is on its last life and the hard drive itself is having a lot of issues, and the motherboard doesn't want to accept any other hard drives for some odd reason, no matter how much I reset the CMOS or do anything to this thing. So we're going to stick with those two titles, get some idea of how it performs in gaming, and talk about if this is actually worth picking up for a system like this, or should you look elsewhere and save your money? Well, let's get into that then. Alright guys, so the first game we're going to be testing is Rocket League, and as far as settings go, I put all the settings at 1080p, all games are going to be tested at 1080p. And the basic settings have anti-aliasing off and the render quality set to quality and render detail set to quality. Main reason being, I don't want this to be super demanding, while this game isn't really demanding in the first place, but I want to get the best possible FPS and not have any issues or worries about the game actually dipping in below 60 FPS for a unenjoyable experience. So that's the settings I went with, so we're going to load up a duel real quick and actually play against somebody and get some real-time benchmarks. Alright guys, so now that we've launched in, it looks like the FPS is hovering around 64, 66, and that seems to be the average right now. We'll see if there's any significant dips. I'm going to keep an eye out on the counter. I'm not going to be using actual numbers in this benchmark, mainly because I kind of just want to do real time and I don't have to do numbers. And it looked like when that explosion happened, it dipped to about 54, which really isn't that big of a deal because that's like the scene where, you know, the goal went in and then you're not really doing much of anything. But 54 seems to be about the lowest I've seen it hit right now, but it is very playable. I don't feel any crazy hiccups to where this game feels like I'm just going to rip my hair out. It feels fine, and I could definitely play under these circumstances, and hopefully, like, somewhat be good. Probably not, but it's worth a shot, right? And then, okay, I almost had a goal there, but then I just get rejected out of the way, and then I can't get over because I'm like a freaking turtle, and he's going to score again, isn't he? Yep, score. Oh, he missed. Wow. Oh, he's trying to be fancy with it now. I see how it is. And he missed again. What is this guy? He should be putting me out of my misery right now. I'm like not even in the zone. Boop. There it is. Boop. Oh, thank you. Thank you, good sir. And thank you. See, he gave me a great pass. He was just screwing it up over there, and he was just trying to be fancy. And then I just had to kill him with the fundamentals. That's just like, that's what I gotta do in Rocket League. Look at that. Bang. Okay. So there's not really anything crazy you can do in this game to like really make the FPS dip. You can make crazy goals like I just did right there, but the lowest I've seen it hit is 54 FPS, which is more than playable. And definitely this seems to be a viable little Rocket League machine, which anything can pretty much play Rocket League. Something that's not ridiculously old. As long as it's somewhat performing still, you should be fine. Well, at the risk of making this video way too long, I'm going to go ahead and end it there and pretty much claim that Rocket League is definitely playable. Especially on like a little bit lower settings, you'll definitely get over an average of 60 FPS. And if you want to like give up a little bit of more visual quality, you could definitely get above 100 on average if you drop it below to like the performance settings or stuff. So I definitely believe that Rocket League is playable. So now on to CSGO. Alright guys, so we are in CSGO, and why am I holding the controller? What we're doing is we're going to be running CSGO on all low settings, mainly because I want to see what this system can do at the lowest possible demand in a video game, and CSGO at all low settings should be more than playable by this system, and if it's not blowing it out of the water, there really is something to worry about with the system being bottlenecked and or just being way too underpowered. Alright, so I dropped into the game, and as of right now, I'm seeing an average of about 87 to, okay, we're dropping up to 90, and we're in the 100s, 84. We seem to be hovering around the above 60 FPS mark, which is what you're looking for, but with CSGO, you really would and should be expecting to get it over 100 FPS on average, because this game really just doesn't take that much, and most modern GPUs should be able to handle it, and modern systems. But I really think this Core 2 Quad is holding back this game, because this game is a lot more CPU bound than GPU bound. Even though the graphics card is helping out a lot, it is still being limited by this Core 2 Quad, which I really think is the holding back factor. But anyways, guys, so what do I think about this system? What do I think about this setup? Well, in all honesty, this setup is probably not the most practical thing in the world. What you're going to be needing to do with this setup is most likely not buy it at all. And I highly recommend that if you're going to do something like this, know that you're not getting the best price performance, and I really recommend that you just ditch the old Core 2 Quad system or anything around that age and just save up your money instead of paying $70 for a graphics card that's, one, very inefficient for the money, and two, really doesn't deliver much more than something on the used market that you could get for maybe like 10 to 15 bucks more and could perform nearly 20% better. So in my conclusion, I don't recommend you do something like this. If you have an older system, I highly recommend you just save up, maybe part the stuff out, sell it a little bit, see if you can get some money towards your new system, but do build from the ground up something new, or even use something like the i5-2400 or something around that price range in the used market, or around the Pentium G4560 in terms of the new market, not the used market, and you can get a really awesome PC that will totally crush the performance that you're getting on here. So once again, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a like down below and comment what you think. I know you can't see me right now and I'm just closing out the video, but hi, I'm right here. And I hope to see you on the next one. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter and join our Discord community, and we will see you all in the next video, guys. Peace out.